My, you're working quite late, aren't you? Oh, I'm so sorry, dearie. I didn't mean to frighten you. I was just surprised to see you working so late when you're so new. None of the others pushed their work onto you, did they? That's a relief. I didn't think they would, but it's good to be constantly vigilant in our profession. Why are you still here at this hour, though? Do you need some help with some paperwork, dearie? Your first case. Oh, I see. This is the first case they're letting you handle on your own, is it? Well done. You must have really impressed everyone to get your own case so soon. May I ask what it's about? Ooh, a theft. I love those. Not too gory, but also not too simple. It gets those gears turning in a child-friendly way. Except that one case we don't talk about. Moving on. Would you like to have any help with this, dearie? Oh, why are you surprised? Did you not expect me to offer? Oh, the others told you the dangers of overworking. Well, yes, they're right. But if I told you to do that, you wouldn't, would you? I've been in your shoes, dearie. I know very well how determined you are right now that you've been handed your first case. Your bride won't let you leave this unfinished, will it? So you don't want to go home because time is of the essence. The longer it takes to solve a case, the higher the chance of the culprit getting away. That's why I offered my help instead, dearie. I won't spell it out fully for you, but if I give you some pointers on what to do, that means you can go home faster, right? Then we'll all be happy. You with your first solved case, and me knowing my cute junior is tucked up in bed satisfied and ready to prove their worth with their findings in the morning. Does that work for you, dearie? Wonderful. Now, run by me what you already know. Do you have any suspects? Oh my, you've narrowed it down to 3. Maybe you don't need my help after all. I see. Suspect A was the only one who could have brought the tools used to break the display case to the scene of the crime, but they were nowhere near the scene when the crime took place. Suspect B was the only one who could cut the power and the security feed at the right time to cover the crime, but there wasn't enough time for them to rush to the scene and back to their office in the time it took, and especially not without running into security. And last but not least, Suspect C, one of the few people at the scene at the time that could manage to pull it off, but they had no way of acquiring the necessary tools for the operation, nor could they have turned off the lights and cameras. They really have given you a tough first case, haven't they? Just goes to show how much faith they have in you. Oh no, dearie, it's completely solvable. Provided you've properly vetted the other people who were at the scene other than Suspect C, the answer is quite clear. Well, I have been in this industry for a while, dearie. It's only natural I'd figure this all out when all the evidence has been presented. But it really is a lot simpler than you think, dearie. You're just struggling because you put up a mental barrier around the word culprit. How did the culprit accomplish X? Then Y? Then Z? There's only one issue with that statement. Think of it this way, dearie. You know how the tool could have entered the building. You know how the lights and cameras could have been turned off. And you know who could have been the one to break the display case and steal the jewels. If you think of it like a continuous sequence of events, then the answer becomes crystal clear. Well done, dearie. Yes, the real questions you should have been asking was, how did the culprits accomplish X, Y, and Z? If your 3 remaining suspects were working together, that would help eliminate all the inconsistencies, wouldn't it? When you show your findings to the head of the office in the morning, just say you want to check if these 3 have had any sort of communication in the months leading up to the crime. Even the most perfect of criminals will leave at least a scrap of paper in their trail, and the chance of finding something is even higher when they're working in a group. You'll have them in police custody in no time. Oh, dearie, no need to thank me. I get the satisfaction of knowing you'll get a good night's sleep now, so it's a win for me too. Oh, make sure not to mention to the head that I was still here at this time, though. I clocked out ages ago. The head would have my head if they knew I was still here at this hour without it getting reflected in my pay. Truthfully, I'm still here because of you, dearie. You reminded me of myself when I was first starting out. I felt it was only right to give you the kind of support I wish I'd received when I was in your position. And if you are anything like me, you'll make a name for yourself in no time, dearie. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Perhaps you'll recognize me better if I use the nickname the press made for me, Heaven's Chosen Detective. No need to be so surprised, dearie. I may have saved the fate of the country a year ago, but I'm still a regular human being. I need money to survive, and to get money, I need a job. Granted, the press kicking up such a fuss about what I did give me the opportunity to choose the office I wanted to work at. Which is how I ended up here. I'd say that makes you more impressive than me, actually. You didn't have to rely on your reputation to get a job here. The head must certainly see something special in you. In fact, I see it too. I'm not the type to lie unless I need information for a case. If you need any more help, just let me know, okay? I'll help you as much as I can, so I can see how far you'll shine, dearie.